Hey guys, it is What If Senpai here. Now, today we're gonna be doing What If Naruto was the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths, and we're about to have some fun today. Now, remember what I told you I was gonna do an 18 only What If? But no, don't get too excited. This is not an 18 only What If. Well, not the caliber that I'm gonna do my 18. Well, this is a lowered a watered down version of my 18 only what ifs because I'm gonna go detailed in my 18 only what ifs. So, quick disclaimer: there would be actually I won't say it. No, you at first you would think it's incest, but I'll explain to you later. Okay, cool. And it's really the incest thing really evolves on how you really look at it. So if you look at it logically, then it's all right. If you look at it like emotionally and physically, I mean emotionally, it'll be wrong to you. But depends. You need to look at it on the logical side of things. So I can actually do this here. No, chapter two. Either chapter two of Naruto the silent prodigy will be coming out either now or after this or tomorrow. And when I say tomorrow, I mean like in the evening. So do whatever you do with that information. Cool, cool. So this is how Naruto's gonna look. Let me explain how he looks. He looks like Minato, but he wears the same coat, but he leaves it open. He doesn't close it this time. He leaves it open, and he wears black pants. Cool, cool. Now Naruto's parents still died, but he has a sister. Now remember what? Keep her name in the back of your head at all times. At all times. Keep her name at the back of your head. Ready? 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 Nazuko. Nazuko Uzumaki. Keep it at the back of your mind. Keep it there. Her name is not Nazuko Namikaze, but you already knew that. Because she looks like. Hold up. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. Skip it. Forgot I said that. Okay? So, now we skip forward into. Hey, quick disclaimer. So, Uchiha clan will never get mastered, and I'm using a lot of legacy theories here, so you already can guess what I'm doing. And if you have watched, I don't know if you watched him, but no, I'm not really gonna say, but no, I'm I want to do a combination. What if I can't remember what it's called it, but hey, I'm thinking about it, but I actually have to like call a friend and he'll do it with me. So yeah. And if there's a background noise because of my fan, in here it's hot and I'm not about to get cooked up because yeah, for video, I'm not gonna be cooked up in here. Turn off my fan because of video and the air conditioner is not working. So for some damn reason, it just stopped working like a few hours ago, and I was like, "Fam, the fuck you doing?" But hey, oh, quick discussion: there will be cursing, sex, actually not necessarily sex, naturally, deep content. Yeah, let's go with that word, content. So, and very much a lot of plot. I'm not plot as in story. I mean plot. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So, Uchiha clan doesn't get massacred. There's a pure blood, and there's side branch members. But only Fugaku, yeah, only Fugaku knows about this. And there's a scroll that if you put your blood on it, they will show your lineage. Right? Cool, perfect. Now it will show your picture and your name. Perfect. All chakra based. No questions. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Do this, 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 do this. So obviously Minato has to be Uchiha, but he looks like a Namikaze instead of Uchiha. And I'm just gonna say for plot reasoning he did not awaken it. No, he awakened a Sharingan, but he never went to Mangekyo. No, he went to Mangekyo, but he still died, okay? Minato still died. Okay, don't ask me how. Don't ask me why. And QB's good in well, good to Naruto, but Naruto gets the full QB, and Naruto basically has a sister. But like I said, incest. But now, no, we go to Naruto where he's in alley and he's getting beaten. He activates his Sharingan and leaves. He knocks himself out, and because he pushed too much chakra into his eyes, and he meets his father. This recording was not recording, but this image of him was supposed to come out when Naruto activated his Sharingan. And Minato proceeded to tell him about the pure bloodline, and that Madara is his grandfather, and oh, here's another thing. Madara was not disgraced of the Uchiha. He didn't get fucked up by them. He just straight up left. So he was never de-announced. So if Madara still lived and he came back, he would still be the leader of Uchiha. So that would mean that Fugaku is not the natural owner of the Uchiha. You'll find out, okay? And in this one, the Hokage and Naruto's gonna have like a bigger relationship. So would he with his sister. But if you know me, you know that I just don't do incest for no reason, okay? And you know there's a catch to this incest thing. So if you know me, you know what I'm doing. So Minato explains something, and he explains that the sister that he's talking about, that he and Kushina never had a child. Now, you're questioning, how does she look? Now, this is where I'm gonna show you. Now, this is Nezuko. This is Nezuko. Okay. Now you're asking me. Now, I just said that Minato and Kushina didn't have another child. Yeah, I just did that, right? Yes, of course. Now I'm changing the Namekazes. Namekaze have swift release, which I'm gonna change the whole properties of swift release. The swift release is that you vibrate at highly incredible speeds. So you're fast, but you also vibrate. In Factor, this is like the Speed Force. So you can like vibrate through walls, and you can vibrate kunai and weapons to vibrate so fast. When you let them go, it will go through walls and stuff like that. So that's how swift release is gonna work. Now, this is how Nezuko looks if you do not remember. So Nezuko and Naruto know, well, they don't know, but they have a feeling that they're not actually related. They might look exactly the same, but, well, not exactly, but they look the same-ish. But they just don't feel that connection that a brother and sister should have. So, naturally, if you know what a brother and sister bond is, it means that you feel that bond towards them, that you know they're your brother, that you know they're your sister. But Naruto and Nezuko doesn't actually feel that kind of connection. Now, this is a part where I explain the ship. So the ship is Nezuko, Hinata, and Nafu. Maybe, just maybe. Okay, I'll think about it later. And Haku's a girl in this one. Just let you know that. And maybe tomorrow. Depends on how I feel about the day. Now, like I said, Naruto is Sage of Six Paths, so he obviously has the Rinnegan. And I know Naruto doesn't that the Sage of Paths, the Sage of Six Paths didn't start off with the Rinnegan. But let me tell you something. Oh, Naruto, by the way, Naruto's still the reincarnation Ashura, because I can't waste time to like pick my brain to think of another character carrying and broccoli. But hey, I just don't want to waste the time to do that. So we're keeping Naruto as the reincarnation of Ashura. Yeah, two reincarnations. Damn it. Naruto's OP as fuck. But I don't actually need him because it's Hagoromo, and that means Sasuke is not gonna get the Rinnegan. Yeah. Actually, some people would like me to do that, but I don't like Sasuke at all. So I can clearly say that because I didn't like part 1 Sasuke or halfway part 2 Sasuke because he was a bitch. Although Naruto went through way more pain. Let me get all the track that I supposed to be on. Alright. Naruto hated by the whole village. Sasuke loved by most of the village, but his whole clan's dead. Naruto Uzumaki clan wiped out by three or four different nations, and he can't do shit about it. But Sasuke could kill Itachi. Perfect. Now Naruto's been hated, beaten, tortured. All these things Sasuke loved by everyone, by the girls, by the villagers, by the council. Council hate Naruto. Sasuke not being any important lineage. Naruto being the Hokage's damn son. Do I have to explain anymore? You don't, I do I need to explain why I hate Sasuke? It's not relevant anymore. Thank you. No, um, where was going? But I love adult Sasuke. I tolerate him way way more than I tolerate like part one or two Sasuke. Oh, you don't know my pain. I swear to Kami, I will Shidori Sasuke. But that's not what I'm here for. I was here talking about this, right? What was I? Oh yeah. So Naruto wakes up from his mindscape, and the Kurama told him he wasn't. Yes, he met Kurama. Kurama's nice to him because he knows that he's a reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths. Flashback. Now, when Naruto was born and being put into the Kurama being put into Naruto, here's the facts. Aguruma came. He blessed Naruto with all his power, like all of it. So he has what style, what he has all the Keke Genkai, what style, like no jutsu. So now Hakurama did have the Byakugan, if you realize it. He did have the Byakugan, but he never awakened it. Well, he had the potential to unlock the Byakugan, but his hatred, well, not hatred. I don't think Hakurama really had hatred. His power, he's his feelings made him activate the Sharingan, and it's got him into the Byakugan. No, I'm not using the Byakugan, okay? I'm not giving Naruto the Byakugan, but I'm giving him the trait of doing something with it. Who's the other Byakugan user that I care about? You all know her name. I all know how she looks like if you watched Naruto, well, if Naruto was Hagoromo's son. If you watched that, you know how she looks. But if you didn't, she has long hair, her natural color hair, her Byakugan kimono. You know the works, right? So Naruto, this is probably gonna be the tuning exam, so maybe or maybe not. Depends on how well they do this here. So, like I said, if there's a background noise, I'm sorry. I'm just recording this, so I just hear things normally, but you might hear stuff like amplified like by 1,000. So, in this one, Karma's a girl, because we're gonna have some fun scenes with that one. No, I need to control myself. Alright, hold on for a bit. So now, Naruto has all the tail beast. He has one style, something to do with the Byakugan. He has the Sharingan, the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, the Pure Blood Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, the Susanoo. Hagoromo Susanoo, I think, was white, so I'm gonna give Naruto a white Susanoo. He has a Totsuka blade. Now, no, he doesn't have the Itachi's Totsuka blade thing in the jobber. He has a Totsuka blade. A Totsuka blade. Why? What Totsuka blade I mean? He's gonna make this. I'll explain to you how he makes it later. Now, Naruto finds out about his lineage and stuff, and he goes home. He goes sees his sister and explains to his sister that they're not related, and what Minato told him. And she kisses Naruto. Wait, what? So fast, nigga? Yes, because she always had a crush on Naruto because he always protected her from the villagers. Even though she did not have the Nine Tails, she was still bullied because of it. Because she was around a demon, so she's a demon sister, okay? So she's a demon also. Technically not. So if you didn't realize, I'm gonna give her swift release. Naruto would have swift release already, but he's not really gonna use it heavily as she is. So she kisses him, and he's like, "What the fuck? So fast!" But he doesn't refrain from it. He kisses her back. Now let me explain a problem with Naruto. Okay, Naruto has two sides of him: the yin and the yang. Now, Naruto's Yang is different than you would think it is. So remember, Yang is evil and stuff like that, right? Error. Yeah. And when it comes to Naruto's case, his his what Yang is like what is call it now? Um, kind of pervy. Like he won't refrain from doing stuff. So so if a girl kisses him, he's gonna take it further than it naturally has to be. If you know what I mean. So he goes up, he pushes her on the bed, and he keeps kissing her, and he holds her legs up. Well, no, he's not going. He's not going to do that. They're probably both 6 right now, okay? But he's still kissing her and stuff. Then he snaps out of it, and he's still kissing her, but he pulls off and tells her that we need to go to sleep, and she does. Now, Naruto goes using the flying Raijin. Well, no, he wouldn't learn that. So Naruto is learning the flying Raijin right now, and he gets it because Naruto's the Rinnegan. And previously, during his dream, well, not dream, but he was in his mindscape, and Kurama was explaining him how to use the Rinnegan, the Sharingan, the stuff, the works. So Naruto does it, and he wakes up. He was just about to go and like get some go and do Lord Fight Rising until his sister come in the room with a white t-shirt and panties. I'm not gonna tell you what color the panties was because you're degenerates. I don't know what you're doing here because I'm not gonna express. I'm not gonna do every single detail here, baby. But like I was saying, Naruto goes and he's working on the flying regime. Naruto, Nezuko has her hands around him while he was looking at the flying regime. She was learning it also, but it's taking her a while. But yay. So Naruto cooks him breakfast. Yes, Naruto cooking this. He's not a fucking dumbass and doesn't know how to cook. He cooks and he makes food for her and he makes some pancakes with a little bacon and with some eggs. Yeah, he living a life right now. So Naruto goes to the Okage, hugs him, and the Okage puts him on top of his head and they go out for a walk. Remember, they have a better relationship and the Okage doesn't blame him for killing his wife. Well, not him, but the QB. Actually, did the QB kill um the thing's wife? Wait, hold on, let me go and check that. Yeah, no, I just went and rewatched the episode. No, he didn't. Okay, now so it was Obito. So, but I think who was in thought it was the QB. So yeah, but that was stupid because I think they would have found her body. But, hey, but we don't talk about that, okay? So everything happens from there, blah 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 blah, and we time skip. Time to the academy. So the Cruiser believes that Naruto is strong enough. Naruto has moving to the Uzumaki Namikaze compound. If you don't know what that looks like, pause. So yeah, this is the Uzumaki Namikaze compound. So yeah, so he believes Naruto is has enough like strength to protect himself. So he announces to the village that who Naruto's parents are. Now, the village is very, very, very disappointed in themselves. And I think the council knew that Naruto was the that not who Naruto's parents was. So they are ridiculed. Now, except Danzo because no one knows who the fuck is Danzo, so hey. But they are ridiculed because everybody knew, they knew who, so he wasn't said that he knew and the other council knew about Naruto's parents. Now the other council knew, but they hated Naruto. So we skip forward and Hinata is running away from something. Running away from her father that is trying to give her the cage bird seal. She bumps into Naruto and they've met before. Naruto still saved Hinata and stuff. So Naruto catches her from falling, and he asks her what happened, and she explains that what happening when um Yashi sees her. Naruto picks her up and body flickers out of there. He's not. He knows that he shouldn't be doing this now. This is before Hiruzen explains. This is a flashback. So he now has dealing with him now. That's all you need to know and all you need to care about, okay? Because I am not fucking with this shit right now. Now, yeah. So Naruto's living. So they're living in the Uzumaki compound. Then yeah. So yeah. So yeah, you say like in other words, if Sasuke's reincarnation of Indra, where's to get his hatred from? Naruto, because he's like Naruto gets everything he wants. Cause now everybody's praising Naruto. Just a year ago, he was already in the academy by the way. Just a year ago, everybody was hating on Naruto. Now everybody's praising him, and Sasuke got his fangirls tucked away. Now remember, Sasuke's the most social person now because his clan's not dead as shit. So he's the most social all around. So he's like Naruto is getting everything he wants. Now remember Sakura's her mother remember Sakura's mother was on the civilian council. So the civilian council was ridiculed, except but the Shinobi council wasn't because they understood what actually happened, but they were the ones that decided Naruto's living situation. So they made sure that Naruto had a bad life. So they're being ridiculed for treating a forced son like that. And to be honest, the village should be ridiculing themselves. But hey, I'm not. I want to make their lives a hellhole. So I'll deal with the village later. So yeah. So they're being ridiculed. So in turn, Sakura is being ridiculed. So Sakura hates Naruto too. So I don't give a fuck about her either because she's trash. How do we deal with trash? We throw it out the window. But I'm not gonna kill Sakura. Don't worry about it. Yeah. But okay, I need Sakura. So Naruto's powers are genetically made. So Boruto and Himari will get certain powers. So it makes Boruto more bearable for me to watch. So don't try to argue. So Naruto does wear a necklace like you see in this one, but it's green. It's like Tsunade's necklace, but now that necklace will break in time. So don't worry about it. Now Naruto does his shit, and everybody loves him. But Naruto doesn't really care because first he know this is fake ass love because just a year ago they were trying to kill him. So he's not be about to accept. He puts on a fake smile every time, but he knows deep in his heart that that's fucking weird. So Naruto is a relationship with his sister. Well, it's also revealed that Nezuko is not Naruto's sister. It's not even his family relative. She's just a normal Namikaze. She's no way related to Naruto. So now people figure that out too. So yeah, da. But they live together. They find out that they're in a relationship and stuff, and they find out that he has a relationship with Naruto too. So they piece together Naruto's in the CRA. Piece together, but Naruto doesn't know what that is yet. So, but most people know what's gonna happen to him. So Naruto is the top of his class, and Sasuke completely hates Naruto. Now, I might do the tuning exams, but I'm not gonna go too far into it. So yeah, so Naruto passes at top of his class. Sakura says that, well, no, Sasuke is angry, and they get their team selected. Now, it's Naruto. They say Rookie of the Year, Naruto Uzumaki. Sasuke is mad, like he mad. And Sakura says, no, my Sasuke-kun had to become Rookie Year. He cheated. And Naruto says, shut up, Haruno. And Naruto's kind of cold. When it comes towards him and disrespect towards him or his girlfriends, he gonna shut you the fuck up. He gonna hit you with our Rasengan. Now let me go through Naruto's stats. Naruto is a perfect at wood style, perfect at Rasengan, perfect at flying, right? Perfect at Renegade abilities. He knows all of them now because Karma training him. He has the perfect Susanoo, well, semi-perfect Susanoo. He has his Totsuka blade. Now, I told you, the Totsuka blade is a sealing blade, the blade that seals people inside of the blade. Now, Naruto's blade is called the Totsuka blade. It looks more like the Kusanagi blade, but it's a Totsuka blade. Naruto keeps it on his hip. Like I said, it's the Totsuka blade, not the whatever Sasuke blade name is. I forgot just now. So Naruto, I think I have a picture. If I don't, I'll just come back. So Naruto's, oh yeah, I couldn't find the sword. I couldn't find the sword, right? So please forgive me. So now, so Naruto's on a team with Hinata and Nezuko. So both of his girlfriends. So the teacher is, let's say, yeah, Rin. Hold up. Yeah, Ren's not dead in this one. She didn't get that good old Shidori to the heart. So yeah, Ren's not thingy with Jabber. But this time, let me explain. Let's flash back a long time ago. A long time. So we're wondering, why isn't Obito in the village then? Here's where it happens. Now, when Rin was just about to go through the Shidori, right? Kakashi put down his hand and he asked why Rin did this, and Rin explained about the Jinchuriki thing. And Kakashi kisses Rin. He tells her that he loves her and he doesn't want her to die. And remember, Rin liked Kakashi. Now, if you forgot this, it's pretty easy to do it because a lot of people. I love Rin. She's one of my favorite characters. I loved her personality. So, but I hate what Obito did. That's why I'm not doing Obito and shit, because Obito kind of pissed me off with that shit. So the reason why Obito is not here anymore is because his girl got taken by his best friend. So he's starting a war over it because his friend took his girl. Yeah, that. So yeah, that happened. Sad. No, it isn't. But yeah, everything happened. Blah 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 blah. So Ren and Kakashi are a thing. So you're wondering, so why the fuck Naruto was alone? Well, the council didn't allow that. Well, the civilian council. I ridiculed again. Just making sure you know this. So yeah, Rin's their captain, and Rin does the battle test. Naruto completely bodies Rin. Look at what you do. But he does it gently because he knows uh, his 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 father's student. So Naruto, so Rin is like a motherly figure to Naruto, cause yeah, Rin did come time to time. She did. Remember, I told you Naruto knew how to cook, so he had to know how to cook from somewhere, right? Rin taught Naruto how to cook. So when Nezuko, yeah, so they're both motherly figures to Naruto and Nezuko. So when Nezuko uh, told Rin what they are, Rin is completely surprised because she knew that they weren't brother and sister, but she didn't expect them to go all blown crazy and go get together like that. But she doesn't. She digresses. So we go over. So they did some D rank missions. They did that. They actually got bumped up to C rank, and they did that and all of this. So then Kakashi sent a dog to the lift and question backup. So obviously, Rin's team goes to check it out. So they appear, and this is where Kakashi trapped in the water bubble. Naruto blitzes over to Zabuza, kicks him in the belly, then uppercuts him in the face. Judo puts his legs around Zabuza's neck. Bodies uses his momentum on his feet, flips over Zabuza, hitting him into the water, and Zabuza get hit with needles, and Haku comes. Naruto knows Haku is not because he has karate. He can sense emotions. So yeah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. That happened. So Naruto does all of this shit, and he beats Haku. Now, Team 7 and them are training, but Hinata and Nezuko are not, because they already know this because they were training with Naruto. So Naruto tells Hinata to come here, and Hinata goes on her knees. No, not what you're thinking. Okay, she goes on her knees like she does how Japanese sit, that sitting thing. Yeah, that thing in Majawa. And 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 Naruto kisses her on the forehead, and she feels chocolate going to her eyes, and she has to hit the Tensegon. Now, remember, I told you that Kaguramu had the Byakugan. Well, he had the potential to unlock the Byakugan. Now, what I did, and he had the Osensuki Byakugan. So, even though basically he had the Osensuki blood, so Naruto gave his blood through the Byakugan, giving her the Tenseigan. So, she activates the Tenseigan, and she's like, wow. And Naruto kisses Nezuko on the forehead, also unlocking her swift release. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So then they leave to go and train. Um Hinata on her Tenseigan and Nezuko on her Swift Release. So Naruto meets Haku and tells her that he knows who she is and all that stuff. And they create a bond, and Naruto, his Yin sign activates. Naruto pushes Haku to the ground just instantly, start kissing her, and he pulls out her kimono, and he pulls down his pants, because this was getting really heated moment, and he sticks it in there. This is an 18 only what if, but this is not as spicy as the rest will go, and he sticks it in there, because I'm not going to name it right now, because it's not a spicy 18 only, so it's just the 18 only. So yeah, and he not Haku's moaning. Remember, Haku's a girl, and he's no, she's trying to moan, but remember she's kissing Naruto, and they finish up. He pulls it out just before he was just about to like nut, and he cause his pull out game strong, so he doesn't make any babies. Perfect how I'm gonna explain it. So then his yin side deactivates, and he realizes what he did, and he says sorry. And Aku licks the semen, and she says well okay, and she gets up, she cleans herself off first, not like that, and she kisses Naruto goodbye, and she says that was her first time, but it was really good. And Naruto says thanks, a little, no, not a little, heavily blushing, and Nezuko and Hinata were looking, and they realized Naruto's eyes went red for a minute, and they realized, yeah, that's his yin side, because Naruto did explain, Kurama explained to Naruto what happens when he gets in a little his hormones. Now let me explain. Now how Naruto's inside activates is the more higher his hormones are, the more how deep he will go. So at the time where Naruto Yin side first activated, where he was kissing Nezuko, it wasn't really that high because he really didn't understand human anatomy at the time. But now he does understand everything about that, so his hormone levels will be high as shit. Just remember, because Naruto's still 13. So they see this and they're kind of jealous, but they know Naruto wasn't doing it on purpose. But they still are kind of jealous, and they know what they want when they get back to the village. But they plan on it, and they say separately though. Separately, yeah. Yeah, I'm tired. So Naruto goes in and he pretends like nothing happened because he doesn't know, he didn't realize, because his sensory abilities were up at the time. He didn't realize Hinata and Sakura, not Hinata and Nezuko were there at the time. So he's pretending like it didn't happen. So everything blah blah blah. Naruto just keeps the Shadow Clone at the place. You know, he talked to Enari first. He said that his life wasn't so good either. At first, his life was hell. People used to torture him and beat him and try to kill him. and all these stuff. And he explains it only got better until they knew who my father was, which was the fourth Hokage, the lead, the former leader of the Hidden Leaf. But guess what? He's dead too, and I have no more family anymore. And he feels bad. By the way, I didn't explain how Hinata looks because Hinata wears a black shirt with a Uzumaki symbol on it and orange pants like Naruto's. But she kind of wears the opposite of Naruto with a blue line coming down it. She wears an orange shirt with the Uzumaki symbol on the back and the Hyuga symbol in the middle because everybody knows they're gonna get married someday. So she just put the Uzumaki symbol there. So she looks like the last Naruto, but it's just a shirt, not a shirt, but it's black. It doesn't have the orange lining that Naruto had, but he had. So it's the you get what I'm saying. So Nezuko just looks like Naruto. Yeah. But she has a Shippuden shirt. Yeah. She has a Shippuden jacket of Naruto. So oh yeah. So we go to the Haku fight. And so everything goes to canon because Naruto wouldn't help Sasuke. So it'll be Sasuke and Kiba. Yeah, I'm not even gonna fix the teams. I don't care about them. I don't care about the teams. So Sasuke, because Naruto wouldn't help him. He doesn't give a fuck. So they got bodied. Naruto steps in, making Sasuke angry, and then Sharingan pushing Naruto out the way. Well, he didn't push Naruto. Naruto just sidesteps him when he was trying to push him. And Sasuke tried to fight, but he got his ass bodied again. Naruto just he sighed. He knocked out Sasuke, grabbed Haku, and kissed her. I asked her what she's doing, and she just said she was just having a little fun. And she shared the Shidori. Now, Naruto can basically see the future hence the Sharingan. So he sees when Haku, because he is a pure blood, he can see more into the future or the eye of perception thingamajobber. So he sees that Zabuza was waiting on it. Naruto gets mad at this and kills Zabuza. He then explains to Haku what he saw, and stuff. And Haku was trying to explain about the love thing, the just the tool thing, and Naruto kind of teleports her somewhere and kisses her again and tells her that she should never do that and tell him that again because you can get sad because of that. And they pretend then they have a little another session but they didn't go as far as they did. So they teleport back and Haku's kind of blushing. Naruto's not blushing. Though he's blushing, but he has a hand job, so he's not dumb. They will know something up if he's blushing too. So he makes sure that he did get his ass caught. So they go back to the village, and Naruto offers Haku to stay in his house, in his compound, and Haku obliges, obviously. And Hinata and Nezuko go to Haku's room and explains to her they knew what happened, and explains their whole relationship with Naruto, and they explain that they're okay with it and stuff like that. And they explain that Naruto is basically CRA, but he doesn't actually know what that is yet. Hence that he never really tried to research it because he doesn't really care about it. So they explain to her what they're gonna do today, and Haku says she got it twice. Well, kind of twice. So it's okay. And they go ahead and they get on Naruto. They ride him. I'll just say they ride him because I want to end this video. So let's just say they ride him. So yeah. So now remember, Karma is a girl, and he's in her human form. I swear to God, I nearly said he, but she's in her human form. So Naruto activates his yang side, and he starts using his tails, because Naruto can use tails like Kurama's furry tails, and he wraps Kurama in his tails and brings her close to him. Now Naruto starts taking off Kurama's kimono, and Kurama is not really phased, but she know that this kind of happens sometimes because Naruto, being in her presence because of her negative energy, the negative chakra that she brings off, will instantly activate his negative side. So she knows this might happen once or twice, and Naruto goes in. He takes off the kimono. He grabs her tits, and he grabs them. He swishes them around. He he put his pickle between them. I'm not gonna go that deep because it's not a spicy um um 18 only. It's not a spicy one. So remember that. Naruto does his thing. He does his thing with Jobber. And he puts it in her, and she actually moans because Naruto's not kissing her. And the reason why he didn't kiss her was because Naruto likes to hear her moan. Because the only reason he kissed her because someone might hear him, might hear her, and the reason why he kissed Haku was because someone might hear him. So he didn't want that to happen. So but since they're in a mindscape, no one can hear him. Shadow's is putting it in her, pushing it back and forth, and doing all his works, his peaks, his perks, right? And he snaps out of it after 8 hours. Yeah, Naruto was going for 8 hours. He hasn't stopped yet. He hasn't not nutted yet, but he's about to, and he nuts all over Kurama. Now Kurama's been holding in like a good Samaritan. No, she's squirted a few times, but she's been holding in. But as Naruto was finished, she knocked herself out because you know what's 8 hours of constant. No what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. 8 hours of constant. No, no. So we go back to the real world, and that's just a little spicy scene for you, so you know that the spicy 18 only is about to be lit. But yeah, so they get noticed by the tuning exams, and Kurama is still sleeping. This has been a day. Kurama is still sleeping. She's having, well, not nightmares, but she's having dreams of Naruto. And she's falling in love with Naruto. So, yeah. I don't know if I'll bring out she out the cage or shall make a physical body for her. So now let me explain how Naruto's Kusanagi blade works. Now he got the Uzagakure medal. He made a shadow clone go there and mine all the metal, and he found all the scrolls and he took them and all the money of the Uzagakure. Naruto gets all of it and he puts it in his house. So there's a bunch of scrolls in the Uzumaki Namikaze compound. There's a lot of scrolls before, but Naruto just used wood stock to make new shells, and it's a big library. It's the size of the Uchiha and the Hyuga library mixed together. So yeah. So they have a bunch of seals. So Naruto knows a bunch of seals. And he seals. So Naruto can. There's three forms of the Kusanagi. Not the Kusanagi. The sealing blade. I'm gonna call it the blade of sealing. So one, he can seal humans, things, and stuff that he cuts. If he puts a slice on you, if he just slices you, he can seal you into the Kusanagi blade. He can seal you. No, I can't do that. And then the second form is that he can seal your chakra by slicing you. And the third form is that Naruto can seal your soul. But there's a price of this. Naruto stamina, his chakra, and his kinda body will fail after doing this. Not forever, but his body will fail and he will knock himself out. Right? So Naruto carries the Kusanagi. He's been using his shadow clones to learn Kenjutsu, and the girls are blushing all the time when they see Naruto because of the sessions they had with Naruto. Because Naruto just not have been just sleeping on everyone. He's been making time for each and every one of his girls that are trees, so he can make good time for them. So Haku, Hinata, and Nezuko all just wear t-shirts and panties all the time when they're just not going on missions. So Haku's a tuning nerdy. Just know this. So when they're not going on missions, so Haku goes on missions like a lot sometimes, but she makes sure that she gets her sessions in before all of those missions. So, but and Team Seven goes on missions sometimes, so they get announced the tuning exams. Naruto does it, and they go off, but no one questions them because they have Naruto already. So Naruto does all of his shit, and Lee challenges him, but Naruto declines. So he challenges Sasuke. But the reason not Lee accepted this was because Naruto explained to him that he doesn't really want to show his skill right now. If he's fight him in the tuning exams, sure, but he doesn't actually want to show his skill right now. And Lee respects this, and Lee beats Sasuke easy as. And the time thing, the reason test happens. Now, 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 um, a thing with Anko. Now, I'm pondering this now. You know what? Screw it. You decide this. If Naruto is gonna date Anko, but just in case, Naruto is he his yang side activated and he starts squeezing Anko's boobs, and then when every time Anko tried to like hit him, he just body flickered away and just went to back doing what he was doing, and she eventually gave up and just started moaning and gasping for air, kind of. But he didn't go too far, hence that they had an exam going on. He teleported out of there, teleported her out of there at the time. So just make sure you know that. So they do the second round, but no, yeah. So Naruto beats. So Ultraman wouldn't come for Naruto. No, he would come for us. Naruto would thingy would drop it, and here's the thing: Ultraman would find a way using Nezuko and Hinata as a scapegoat because he couldn't beat Naruto. He couldn't. So what he did was he went for Nezuko and Hinata, but they were off guard at the time because they were just for scrolls and they were looking for scrolls. Naruto had 12 scrolls and they think they were missing one, so they were looking at it because Naruto they knew Naruto could handle it. So he just goes for that. He bites both, giving both of them the curse mark. Then he got to bite Naruto when Naruto come over them to check on them, and he bit Naruto. Then he dipped hard and he bit Sasuke just in case that he wouldn't. So then Naruto curse mark does something weird. It disappears off of his neck and it reappears on his hand, but then it morphs into a diamond chip. Yes, the karma seal. So Hagoromo's soul decided I'm done living as the mindscape and I can't even contact the boy, so I might as well go in that curse mark there. And he goes in it and base Hagoromo's dead. So yeah, sadly. But no, he's not kinda dead, but his soul is in there and the thing. So he kicks out Orochimaru and he becomes the karma seal. So but Hagoromo doesn't want to come out of the karma seal. And then since Hinata has the Tenseigan, hers doesn't disappear, but it goes on top on her neck. Well, it was already a neck, but hers turns into a diamond. Rick didn't say plot. Hers turns into diamond because of plot. And since Nezuko kind of has Naruto blood too, so because I explained how Hinata got her Tenseigan and how Naruto activated her Swift Release, so you could understand from this. So she gets the karma seal on her neck, and Naruto gets a karma seal on his hand, and they get karma seals. And they instantly activate. They don't hurt or anything, they just activate. And they get a rush of power. Each of them get horns on one side of their head. They deactivate it because they have complete control of it. So yeah. So they go, and they make it before Gara, and everything happens. Every fight happens in the canning, but Hinata beats Deji, and Nezuko fights Fodder. Yeah, Fodder. So go to the women's training. They already trains Naruto, make kind of quips on Naruto having these witch girls and stuff like that. Now we go to the finals. Now the Court Crush is off. It's off because Ultraman knows that the Tail Beast thing won't work. Naruto can beat him easily, and he can beat the One Tails easily. And he knows that Naruto's a master of sealing, so he calls it off. On the Kuzunak, the sealing blade that Naruto made, he can also use that as a normal sword. But if you channel true chakra, different type of his chakra, it can seal. You know what it can do. So Naruto does all of his shit, and Naruto faces Sasuke this time. Now Naruto's fighting Sasuke pretty easily, just dodging him. All the Uchiha out there, Naruto's just dodging him, beating him, pummeling him to the ground. Now remember, I told you that Madara was never de-announced of being one of the clan heads. Remember this. Now Naruto finally just kicks Sasuke to the ground and takes out a scroll. And then he says, "You are a low-class Uchiha, a stupid half-blood. I've always had hatred for you, but I told myself to not be like one of my ancestors. But then I realized why the half-bloods were so hated. And the half-bloods had the audacity to try to kill the main bloods. But all the main bloods left. But then they eventually died out like idiots. But I'm not like those idiots. Everybody's is like confused, especially Uchiha, because he called Sasuke a half-blood. So that means he's calling them a half-blood. He's also calling them a half-blood too. Hence the words. The only person that knows, that understand what Naruto's saying is Fugaku. Now Fugaku is sweating bullets because he said you half-bloods. So that means Naruto knows pure blood or knows a clear blood, and he just ridiculed him. Naruto then activates his Sharingan and uses his eternal pure blood Sharingan. Now, let me show you how that looks. Now, this is Naruto's pure blood Mangekyo Sharingan. So, when Fugaku saw that, he was scared because Naruto is the rightful, no. And then Naruto goes on to explain that he's the grandson of Madara Uchiha, the son of Minato Namikaze, and he will become the next Hokage. You are just a filthy, and this whole time Sasuke was trying to talk smack, and Naruto was pretending to take it, but he clapped back with this, and he says you're a filthy pureblood. I don't understand why you weren't the one that died out. And Fugaku is scared because now Naruto is basically the heir to the Uchiha clan. Naruto is a pure Senju and a pure Uchiha. You already know who his grandmother is because she's the only living Senju, so obviously gonna pick her. So they are scared because Fugaku is a half-blood. If you did not know this, Fugaku, if you already didn't realize this, Fugaku is a half-blood. Itachi is a half-blood. Shishu is not a half-blood. Shishu is my man's, and Itachi is my man's, but I have to make Sasuke a half-blood. That's the only reason I'm making Itachi half-blood, because it wouldn't make sense, right? Cool. So Naruto then puts his foot on Sasuke's head and then smashes it into the ground. And Sakura is in the stands, they're crawling, being a bitch. Naruto just tells her to shut the fuck up and just does what he was doing again. And he pushes Sasuke's head into the ground again and then says, "You filthy half-blood." Naruto is not a bad person. Note this. Naruto only gets like this when he was talking smack. Sasuke was talking smack about Naruto's mother, his father, and all of his lineage and his girls. So this is why Naruto's doing this. He's not doing this because he's that kind of person. He's not racist, but he's doing this because he deserves it. And Naruto says the hatred that the the um the the half bloods have is worthless. Cause there's only one line of the no, they didn't die out. They just only had one line. And Naruto keeps stepping on his head, and he says that you're weak, and I don't really want to deal with you. You're a weak person. I don't care anymore. And this is where I'm gonna leave it off, guys, because this was actually a long video. So see you guys. And wait, before I leave, I have a question. There will be a what if Naruto had Meliodas, not the Meliodas, the seven deadly sins powers. Now the spirits of the female attraction of all the sins, like Ban will have, like, can't remember her name. King would have the end, and Meliodas would have Elizabeth. Now I already have Elizabeth as Hinata, so Hinata will be wearing less clothing that she naturally does, and yeah, I think I might make um um who's her name now? Anko Diane, because she's taller than Naruto. So it's her size that I'm only doing this because. So she will not look ugly in Boruto. So yeah. So I got already two choices. So there's Bond's girlfriend, who's Elaine. Yeah, Elaine. And yeah, a Merlin, because he's gonna have Escanor. So we need Elaine and a Merlin. But I know they didn't get together in the manga because Escanor is dead. But we still need it. So Naruto's not gonna die. So we need Elaine and a Merlin. So guys, that's it. So point who you want to be a um Elaine and a Merlin. So you need to pick, and no Sakura. I think one of them is gonna be a Tamari, so hence do what you wanna do. So just reply to me, and bye guys.